What is ChatGPT capable of? Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing great and are having an amazing and incredible day. I bring you back with yet another very helpful tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be discussing about ChatGPT. So in depth we're going to talk about what ChatGPT is and what it really is capable of, because we know that ChatGPT is a brand new AI introduced by the company OpenAI, and we know that ChatGPT is on the rise. Millions and millions, if not billions, of people are using ChatGPT to their benefit. So I'm going to be going through it all and I'm going to discuss it all with you in this video, and mostly we're going to talk about what it mainly is capable of, like what things can it do to you, for you. So just make sure to watch this video till the end to listen all the instructions and information that I have to provide you with, and if you do that properly, then I guarantee you that by the end of this video you're going to properly know what ChatGPT is and what it's capable of. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first of all, let's just go ahead and write ChatGPT. Now once we're loaded into the ChatGPT Google space, we can see we have the top link over here which says ChatGPT optimizing language models for dialogue. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over here, and here we have the OpenAI frame, or you could say the interface, where OpenAI have basically explained their ChatGPT chatbot. As you can see, ChatGPT optimizing language models for dialogue and much more. We can also see that they have given us a proper description of ChatGPT. Like you can see, it says we have trained a model called ChatGPT which interacts in a conversational way. And we can also see the dialogue format makes it possible for ChatGPT to answer follow-up questions and more stuff like that. Down here you can see the more things that ChatGPT contains, like its sample, its APIs. They have all steps and ways they created it, and how ChatGPT actually answers your question, and more things like that. So yeah, you can see the main API and stuff over here, but what we're going to do is we're going to get straight into the ChatGPT mainframe. Now to get into the ChatGPT, obviously you're going to go click on try ChatGPT, and you're going to be redirected over here where they say, now it depends on what time you're maybe logging into ChatGPT, because at sometimes, as you can see, as currently it says ChatGPT is at capacity right now, and they might put you in a wait line, or you can just subscribe to ChatGPT Plus, which is basically an online professional subscription that you can use. So basically once you log in, you can just directly go to their chatbot and do much more. But if we discuss in depth on what ChatGPT is actually capable of, so obviously in like retrospect we can see that ChatGPT is a chatbot based on large language model LLM. That means you can ask questions and ChatGPT will write a text for it. This ranges from writing a limerick to writing scientific articles. To generate text, ChatGPT does not need to understand the prompt. It just gets you straight into it basically. And obviously, if we were to discuss it in detail, instead, prompt that you gives the chatbot a context within which it will use probability to see which words best line up, forming sentences. It generates new unique texts and does not show existing text. It is therefore not possible to check the authenticity of texts with plagiarism softwares, which is a very big advantage to the people in university or colleges out there. Basically, you can also do more things on ChatGPT, like asking it questions. Let's say you can generate huge pieces of texts like essays and more things like that. You can also, let's say, enter pieces of texts that you formerly had, and you can ask the chatbot to summarize it, paraphrase it, translate it, remove spelling mistakes, give feedback, and much more. So basically, now that we're over here, let me show you some more stuff in depth. So first of all, let's say you start off a chat. Hi, my name. Put in hi, my name is John. You can just put in that. And once you do, you can see it starts a conversation with you. You can start a conversation. You can tell it to lighten up your mood. I feel down. Can you enlighten my mood? You can just tell it to do stuff like that. So it gives you suggestions, and then you can also do more things like, as I said, you can generate text. Can you write me an essay of, let's say, 200 words related to a crime story? You can just put it like that and just wait for ChatGPT to write you a whole essay. So there you go. It starts writing you an essay, and obviously I'm going to stop the generating, although if I keep it on, it's going to write an essay for 200 words. You can also ask it to code something for you. Now, let's say you're a CS major or a software major or an AI major and you want to, fix your code. So let's take incorrect sample code. Okay, let's take an incorrect sample code from Google and we're just going to put it in right into ChatGPT to see if it actually works. So this is obviously IBM's official website where they have given an incorrect code parameter. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and copy it. There we go. And we're going to paste it here. We're going to write, can you fix this code for me? And then you're just going to go a few spaces down, paste your code, and then just watch ChatGPT do all the magic. Now, in some cases, it might take a few minutes because obviously, like if it's a very difficult code, it will take some time. But in most cases, like let's say if it's a C++ code, if you put in C++ incorrect code sample, and once we do that, we're gonna come over here, find errors. So as you can see, sometimes it may take you a few seconds. If it does that and it gets stuck, just delete the chat and come to a new one. It's really easy to get away with it. So here we can see, here's a wrong code in C++. What we're going to do is we're going to copy it. We're going to say fix the errors in this code. And we're going to go down, paste it, and just wait for ChatGPT to fix the errors. And as I said, it always depends on the traffic the server is getting, and it also depends on your code. Like if the code is a bit too complex, it may take a few seconds, or if there's like tons and tons of traffic on the server at one point, then it will take you time. But like any traffic or anything like that, you're good to go. And like the best times to avoid traffic on ChatGPT are like either early in the morning or very late at night. In the middle of the day, it's like too much traffic. As you can clearly see, it's not even generating an answer. That's because there's tons and tons of traffic. And there you go. Like after a few minutes, you can see that it's generated the correct code for me. So yeah, that is basically one of the other things that ChatGPT is capable of. And this is obviously this is what I'm roughly dividing it into. ChatGPT also you can ask it more things like, let's say, can you give me drop shipping tips? Or you can also ask it to create you an HTML and CSS code for your website. Like, there's like endless lists of things that you can do. So let's say if I were to say, can you give me dropshipping tips? And it's going to give you all the dropshipping tips that you need to start a successful dropshipping business, basically. So you can basically ask ChatGPT anything, and it's your personal help space. And there's like tons of other things it's capable of, from writing to coding to giving you tips, creating a whole website for you, to answering the most trickiest of math questions. So let's say I'm going to go here, I'm going to write the most difficult, let's say, calculus problem. Let's put that in. So I'm going to go with some very difficult calculus problem. And let's go with some difficult equation. So there's the Vlasov equation. Okay, so we can just write in, can you explain the Vlasov equation to me? You can just put that in, and accordingly, it's going to give you the whole detailed description. As you can see, the Vlasov equation is a partial differential equation that describes the evolution of a phase space, and as you can see, much more. It just keeps on elaborating on the topic. So yeah, that's basically it. That is what ChatGPT is capable of. And like, this is a rough overview. It's capable of much more things that you can just go out and explore. So yeah, that was all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.